Derek Teague presents Alpha as Fuck Impressions.
Hey guys, welcome to my current gen impressions of Steam Deck. I have it right here. It's going to be hard to see. I'm not going to really show it off too much. I just wanted to kind of give you my thoughts on it. So I ordered it the first available time that I could. As soon as it's up for pre-order, they said that I was set for end of Q2, which was June. So I got an email about a week and a half ago. You only have, by the way, 3 days to respond to the email. You don't respond, they cancel your pre-order. So get on that. Keep track of that, especially if you pre-ordered one. The last time I checked, they are available for pre-order now for end of Q3. So anyways, I wanted to give you my impressions of it. I've had it for a couple of days. I just got it yesterday, and I've been messing around with it. First thing that I want to say is that this little handheld console is pretty spectacular. As somebody who owns a Switch OLED, which is nice, this destroys it. Obviously, it doesn't have Nintendo games unless you want to emulate them, but it has, your full PC catalog. So the first thing I would start off is, as soon as you turn this bad boy on, it powers up real quick. Obviously, asks you the standard stuff like how do you want to connect internet-wise. You set that up, put your passwords in, and then you log into your Steam account. If you don't have one, then you set up a Steam account. The setup was so easy, so quick. The other thing is as soon as you log into your Steam account, all your games are there. I like how it has it tabbed out on the home. Again, you're not going to be really be able to see what I see. But let me pull it up real quick. If I go to my library, it has 5 tabs. It has Great on Deck, all games I own, installed, obviously what I just installed, my favorites, stuff that I've already put on Steam that are my favorite games, and then non-Steam games. So you can add non-Steam games, which is great because when you boot up in the Steam OS, they'll show up, and then you don't have to deal with going into other third-party OSs to pull up your games. So you just add them to Steam. So what's great about this is the Great on Deck is all games that Steam has basically said they run great. Not run on deck, run great on deck. And so for me, I have over 542 games that I own on Steam, and it's saying that 165 of them that I own run great on deck. So what I did is, first thing I did is went on the Great on Deck, went in there and started downloading some games, and I tested a bunch out. I'm not going to get in the specs of how they're running. That's all over YouTube. You can get, hey, this game runs at 30 frames per second. This one runs at 60. The point is they run good. And then you also have the option to mess around them because it is a mini PC. So all the games are going to run at 720 to 800p, which is, it sounds terrible, especially with the way I like to game. And I'll give a little bit of my background if you don't listen to our show. But the way I like the game, that's terrible. But when you get this in front of your face and you've got all these games that are high-end games that you're running at high to ultra settings, and they're hitting that 30 to probably 40 frames per second on this small, bright screen, you start to realize this looks great. That 720 and 800p is a good decision by Steam. Of course, I believe they did that intentionally also because in the future they want to sell you a 1080p Steam Deck or a 1440p Steam Deck, and then eventually we'll get to 4K when everybody's playing on 12K screens. But my point is it didn't sound that appealing to me when it was announced, but now that I have it in front of my face and I've tried it out on several games, and I'm sitting there going, I could play on this. I know what you might be thinking. You bought it. I would hope you would play on it. But I buy everything. If I think it's cool, I buy it. So I knew I was going to buy this just because I was like, sounds cool. but I play mostly on a RTX 3090 PC on a nice high-end 4K monitor, and then I have an RTX 3070 laptop on an OLED screen. Um, so the laptop has an OLED screen. I don't want to make it sound like I hook it up. Um, so it's a really nice laptop for mobile gaming. So I don't need this because I don't travel, but I wanted it because I just thought it was cool tech. I wanted to see if it looked good, if it ran good, is it as good as other YouTubers have said it is. And I gotta say, I've had it for a couple days. I've tried out multiple games. I've done a little bit of extended playthroughs just to see, does it run consistently? How's the battery life? How are the controls? Because if you look at this thing, it's pretty big and there's a lot going on. So you've got the four buttons here, you got your two joysticks, you got your cross here, and then you have your little Steam pads. So those are like little mouse pads. And then on the back, see if you can see that, you've got two buttons on each side. So you've got a lot going on here. It's kind of a hefty um, uh, handheld, but I gotta say, for me, it's the perfect weight. It's not heavy at all, but it's not so light that you feel like you're holding like just a piece of plastic. You can feel the weight of it, so it feels really good. And because it's wider, at least for me, and I don't have big hands. I don't have big hands. That doesn't mean okay, but like I don't have big hands and big feet, but it does not mean I don't like things to be a little bit bigger for comfort reasons, because I find the Switch to be actually quite uncomfortable. If you find it to be comfortable, you might find this to be uncomfortable. I feel like this is very comfortable. It's a very comfortable device. It runs a little warm, not too bad though, mainly here. So your hands are going to be here, and it's going to be warm right about there. So really, again, no issues. The other thing is you can dock this up to a monitor. It is a PC, but I really recommend you just play it as is. You log into your account, you download your games. The downloads are super fast, like probably 10 times faster than my laptop. Anytime I try to, I'm using the same network connection as well. Anytime I try to download an update or any game on my laptop, that's like a whole day process. It's very frustrating. My PC downloads a little bit faster than the laptop, but I'm finding so far, and I've already downloaded 24 games. This downloads way faster. Like I just put them on, I come back like 15, 20 minutes later, and it's usually halfway done or almost all done, depending on the game size. But this little machine is great. God of War looks absolutely gorgeous. Elden Ring looks amazing. I booted up Bayonetta because I've never beat Bayonetta, so I figured, okay, maybe I'll play Bayonetta. That was what I was trying to do. Get games I like, but also, is there anything I haven't beat because I would like to play it on here? I also play a good amount of Final Fantasy VII Integrate. Looks great, runs smooth. Highly recommend this, guys. I really do. I will say, as a pro tip, I guess, do not go for the more expensive one unless you are me and you just like buying stuff. I really think the better deal is to get the $399 one, which only comes with like 64 gigabytes. Who cares? You can upgrade that. That will cost you more, and then you'd have to open it. I just recommend just get an SD card. Get a 1 terabyte SD card. You can get them anywhere from $150, $175. So if you add that to the 400, that's $550, $575. That is cheaper than what I paid for the 512 gigabyte Steam Deck, which came out to $650. And to me, if you have at least 1 terabyte, you're good. And the SD cards run just as fast as SSD. So if you're an SSD elitist, get out of here with that nonsense. SD cards work just fine on this. Everything runs fast. Everything loads up fast. Everything boots up fast. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you watched the whole thing. I highly recommend this machine. Great tech. I can't wait to dive into more games, spend more time with it, see how I feel about it. But it looks visually good, audio's good, feels good in your hands, it runs good. Battery life is solid so far, although I do try to keep mine plugged in, so I haven't just sat there and played for 3 or 4 hours. But it does tell you, it has like a that'll say speculated um, life of the battery is 2.5 hours. So it lets you know, hey, you can play for another 2.5 hours without being plugged in, and you're good. So I highly, highly recommend this. If you can pre-order it, I know last time I checked a couple days ago on Steam, they were doing pre-orders, just $5 down, and then you only have to pay when they send you that email to order it. So jump on it, guys. Like, subscribe, don't like. You can dislike me. I don't care. I'm Alpha Pro. I don't care. All right, I'm done.